That's all right. Here we go. Here we go. All right, everybody. You're on Positive Power, XXI Christian. And of course, we call this the late night radio because that's all we do is late night radio around here. But we actually are going live this afternoon, late in the afternoon on a Saturday. My man Taj has just drove up from the Eastern Shore of Maryland. You guys probably a little familiar with Eastern Shore. That's the home of Carlessa Beach, and she's very popular here on Positive Power XXI. You guys seen her videos. You heard her on the show before, and her beautiful, beautiful music like No Fear and All of You. It's always played on this network. All right. So we're going to have a good time talking to Taj. We're going to find out what he's up to, his projects. He's here for a very special moment. And a special moment is he's part of Next Man Up. He's actually been on the summit with Dr. Paul Kelly, and he's here today to be part of that film. That's right. He's going to be part of the film because we had Dwayne Gott here, and we're going to have those guys on that film, that documentary, Who I Am. And, you know, the reason why Batman decided to do a project like that is because we have an opportunity now to tell our own stories. You know, see, we have our own media company now. God has blessed us with radio and TV and film. Why we let other people tell our stories? I don't know why. But Batman decided that I'm going to allow my brothers and my sisters to tell their own stories. That's right. If we're going to do something, let us tell our own stories. So we're here today to talk to Taj, find out what he's doing in his community. We're going to talk a little bit about his journey. You know, what got him here. So we're only going to be here for a short while because the weather's pretty bad here, and we don't want him driving back in the dark because he got a good 2-hour drive back to Cambridge, Maryland. You want to shout out to the people in Cambridge, Taj?
Hey, what's going on? Shout out to everybody in Cambridge. Shout out to everybody in Easton, Queen Anne's County, everybody on the Eastern Shore, Wycomico, Dorchester. I said Cambridge, Dorchester, Caroline County, the whole Eastern Shore. What's going on?
Amen. Amen. Shout out to my parents because they live down that way too in Easton. My dad is a big fan of Positive Power. He actually works with a tour company down there. He used to have his own tours company, but now he's actually commissioned to work with the Harriet Tubman Tours. They have a welcome center there now. If you guys ever want to visit the Underground Railroad system, I call it, with Harriet Tubman, they have a brand new, beautiful museum that was it's actually a federal museum. And tours are always going down there from leaving like Reginald Lewis Museum. Bowie University is always there. So you can give them a call and find out how, you know, if you can set up your own tour. Your church is welcome to go. It's a phenomenal museum. I haven't had the blessing yet to visit it myself, but my dad pretty much works there. So tell us, Taj, have you been to the museum yet?
No, I haven't been to the museum, but I have a friend by the name of Christy, and she's always riding me. I need to go. She's really into genealogy, so I definitely need to make that happen this summer.
Yeah, same here, man. We definitely need to step that up. So I definitely want to put that on my list of things to do, so I'm going to make it happen. So I don't know when, but it's going to happen this year, I promise. All right, so we're here to talk to Taj about one of his projects, but first, Taj, introduce yourself and tell our audience exactly, who are you?
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Taj Alexander. I like to call myself the Holy Trinity of hip-hop, and I am on a mission to empower people with the true understanding of self-worth and value, and I'm working to break the generational curse of poverty and low self-esteem. And how am I doing that? I'm doing that with self-empowerment and building healthy relationships.
Amen. Now, Taj, you just had a live appearance. Exactly what were you doing over in Easton? I know you said you had an event. Tell us a little bit about that event and what was going on, your purpose.
Yeah, the event was called Breaking Generational Curses, and the whole sequence of the event was based on a book that I wrote. The book is called I Think I Hate My Mom with a question mark, and is subtitled The Growth of a Mama's Boy. And the whole thing about generational curses, you know, for those who don't know, is based on, your choices, the choices that you make, the decisions that you make in your life that can cause you to go down a positive route or a negative route. So, you know, my whole book is based on accountability. You know, a young boy starts off, you know, living life looking through the lens of a young black man, having friends on the other side, Caucasians, Indian friends as well, and Hispanic friends as well. So, you know, he kind of sees through the lens of these different families, and he's kind of wondering what's going on with the lack of fathers in the Brown families.
That's right.
So I based my whole book on that outlook, where it took me and where I'm at today.
Amen, amen. And like many young men and young ladies that are fatherless in this country, that's a major concern right now, because to me, sometimes, my mom and I talk about it all the time. We say sometimes our earthly parents weren't maybe meant to raise you. Maybe God has chosen someone else to be your mentor to help guide you in a direction where he wants you to go. But a lot of times we can't come to grips with that. We don't understand why our biological parents didn't raise us, why they're not in their life if they're still around. Sometimes it's kind of confusing growing up, and sometimes as an adult you still quite don't understand neither. But I think with a lot of professional mentoring and some of the brothers who are successful in this country, who have gone back to their communities to start mentoring programs, they're raising some great young men, especially when you think about sports. You always hear about that with sports, where a lot of these guys are shouting out to their mom and their grandmother, but yet they still have made it in this world. And it's because somebody was there in their life, to help them stay on that path, kept their positivity, helped them to understand their purpose, and so they can fulfill what God has ordained for them to do in their life. So Taj, I know you were on Next Man Up, and you were very transparent on that show about you being raised by women. Can you tell us a little bit about that piece that you talked about? Your walk with the females in your family.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was mostly raised by, I had my mother, my grandmother, and three aunts.
3 aunts.
And most of them, they took care of me when my father wasn't around. My father was mostly in and out of my life. And when I was 9 years old, he passed away. So, like most of the influences that I had were based on, my mother, my aunts, and my grandmother. And, I had a older cousin who I looked up to, who was a male. But, even with that influence, they kind of moved away when I was in, I don't know, maybe 3rd grade or something like that. So, like, the influence kind of wasn't always there. So, just growing up, with a bunch of women being a male, it's easy for you to kind of pick up on, certain characteristics, certain cues. Females. And, I know I've heard people say that a woman, it's hard for a woman to raise a man into being a man. And, I understand that completely, because, without that father in the picture, I think it lacks balance. You're getting one side of the spectrum when if you have both pieces, healthy pieces at that, then, you're more liable to raise, successful children. And that's like I was talking about in my book, that's what, a lot of the first chapter is related to delinquent children that are connected with missing fathers.
Amen. Amen. Now, if somebody buy this book, what you hoping that they will read out of their book? I mean, what would they walk away with?
Well, I'm hoping that everybody will walk away with a good understanding of how powerful men are in society. And healthy men at that, like I said, because you can have a father in the home who could be an alcoholic, and it could be a destructive type of atmosphere. So, like, what I want you to take away from the book is to see how important fathers are, and see how important it is to take responsibility for your own actions, self accountability. And I don't like to base my life on the pointing finger method. It's your fault. It's his fault. God's fault, the devil's fault, whoever's fault. I want to make sure that everybody takes accountability of their own actions as well.
That's right. That's right. Just because you've been labeled a dad and you're in the home, you may not be, a positive influence. You may not be healthy for that environment in that home, and the kid can end up turning out even worse than if you weren't there. So that's why sometimes you got to be careful who you call dad sometimes.
Yes.
So, I know for me, I was really excited about becoming a parent. My dad, he was a very good father. And I think about his path. His mom had relocated from the Eastern Shore to Baltimore with, I think she had like 3 kids at the time. And then she ended up remarrying. But it was an unhealthy relationship. It was in a household. It was rough. She was battling diabetes, I think high blood pressure. And she was dealing with a guy who, I'm not going to talk about him. He's not here to defend himself, but put it this way: my father and my uncle had to grow up real fast for their siblings, for their younger siblings, and and he ended up going in the armed forces. Pretty much most of the males, most of his brothers, his siblings, and it helped them come out to be, to me, probably a better men. And they're responsible. Not just for their families but their communities. And I can say, even my cousin, he went in the military, came out. And it probably he was very talented anyway. So I don't know. I think sometimes you have to go into life looking at what's going to be best for you. Because of what happened in that household. That male couldn't steer you. So just my example with those guys looking up to them, and they didn't have a positive influence of a father in the house. It was their brothers. They had to do that. So sometimes the baton has to be handed off. It has to be handed off to a brother, an uncle, a neighbor. You never know who's going to influence that young man to help him become a positive role model in his community and a contributor to society in a positive way. So
absolutely.
Thank you for publishing that book, man, and we definitely want to support you. Where can people find that book at, Taj?
Yeah, you can actually find the book on my website, www.tajalexander.com. That's TAJALEXANDHER. And if you right on the site, you scroll down, you'll see the book cover. And on the book cover, you can click on it, and it'll take you right to having access of the book.
All right, so I'm going to type it in there. So you say ALEXANDHER.com.
Yes, sir.
All right, so get that book, y'all. Support them. Get that book. Let me type it in there. Get that book. All right. See, I spelled that wrong. All right. Oops. They put up somebody else's name. How'd that happen? Let's see. You got to be careful what you type in these days.
With that spelling, right?
Oh, man. That thing be tagging people.
Yes, sir.
That's Facebook for you. All right, so Todd, we had a chance to talk a little bit about you was asking me about some of the projects that we have going on that we had mentioned to you on the phone, and some of the things that we're looking to do in this area. And I know you're a guy that's not afraid to get on the mic, and I was telling you we're looking at hosting some events for some of our independent gospel artists in this area. And one of the things I was looking at, I was going to talk to my executive producers, like, let's start holding some auditions and look for some spokesmodels, some people to host some of these shows, so we don't always have to do all the work. Give other people opportunities to be discovered out there,
Sir.
And you seemed pretty excited when I told you about that.
Yes, sir, I did. Because I could now, with this journey that I'm on, I could actually see me being in a position of leadership.
Mm-hmm.
I've been learning a lot about leadership within the last, 5 years or so, maybe more, because I have a 9-year-old son.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to be there for him.
That's
but
right.
yeah, I just think it would be exciting to host a show, and to even be part of different shows so I can help other people. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
I'm willing to lend a helping hand.
Amen. We really excited about what we're doing. A lot of doors are opening up. Basically, we feel like we're here to serve man and serve God. We have to serve man. So those who have the gifts and the talents, they can lift God's name up, and people can just spend their happy adult life praising Him, because He's worthy of being praised. And one of the ways we think so is through music. And also into spoken word. So it's a lot of areas we're looking to go into production. So we're really excited at Positive Power, what we here to bring to people for television, and especially now since we've been able to reach out not just overseas with the internet, because right now we got a lot of brothers and sisters that's traveling in a faith community that is reaching out to us. They're friending us on Facebook. and they're enjoying what we're doing with Positive Power, for all the talent that's coming this way. And a shout out to a few people who's helping me make things happen, like Dr. Paul Kelly, Paula G, and Shay Samuels, and Chanel Malloy, and Patrice, and Tina Hobson. And it's a whole bunch of people, and a lot of the radio people that's joining us, this spreading the good news of the gospel. We got promoters out there. My manager, Dr. Trinell, she's making things happen with You First Management. So, guys, just stay on our channel and keep up with what's going on. There's a lot going on with Positive Power, and we want to involve as many people as we can who's here to lift God's up, His word. And because right now we can't put all the pressure on the church. Church is going through a transformation right now, but I feel like God has blessed so many people with beautiful talents, and it should be displayed to the world so we can show the world that our Father is God. That's our daddy, and we're here to praise Him, and that's what we're supposed to do. All right, through our talent and gifts. All right. Before I end this broadcast, because we got some things to do, because Taj, he's here. He's going to be appearing on my late night show. That's right, Late Night with Jerry was live for the television show. And also, we're going to work on Who I Am, the documentary. And then we're going to do a little bit of gumdrops. That's right, for you guys out there who's been part of that list. We got a lot of artists submitting videos. Taj is going to have a chance to look at some of the videos and make a educated decision, a good decision. But this could make somebody's career. Taj, it's in your hands right now. How you feel about that?
Oh, man. All the pressure's on me, huh?
That's right. Yeah. This show is airing in Illinois, the state of Illinois, and it's going to be airing. Well, not all the state of Illinois, but at least the what's that area? Lake County, which is supposed to be a very diverse area, and we're looking forward to providing programming for them, and also certain parts of Georgia right now. We're providing programming all through compliments of Comcast service providers, and also, of course, you can find a lot of the program right here on Music Vision Television. That's right. You can catch all our brothers and sisters right here. Don't forget, on Tuesday, right after Pastor's Time, we're going to have a world premiere of David Benton. David Benton has a brand new video. It hasn't been seen nowhere yet. This will be the first, and it's called, oh man, I forgot the name that quick. Peace Up. That's right. Peace Up 2. I just typed it out. Peace Up 2 is going to debut right here on Music Vision right after Pastor's Time. And then following that is going to be another brand new show, a showcase that we directed here in Baltimore for ABC Channel 2. That's right. WMAR. That's one of the largest, channels we have in this market. It spreads out throughout the greater Baltimore. We're going to have about, I think, 3 entertainers, 3 indie artists from the, Fred Newsom's record label called Kingdom Records. And you'll have an opportunity to meet those artists after you see them on TV and see them on Music Vision also, which is going to air on Tuesday, but the ABC is going to air next Saturday at 5:30 on Saturday. But you have an opportunity to meet those artists here in Baltimore, because on August 4th, Dr. Newsom is going to have his 23rd annual Newsom Awards right here. So it's a lot of artists going to be performing. I'm going to be on the mic. We're going to have somebody from we're going to have Renee Montgomery from WBGR. She's going to be here to help us with the media coverage. And also Men of Worship is going to be here. That's right. Keith Bailey and Al Carter is going to send a few guys down here from Jersey to help us cover the event. So please come and hang out and meet the Batman. My team, we're going to be providing the coverage, the performances, and some of the show, and get a chance to come on camera and talk to us and meet us. All right? Sound good? Sound good. All right. And I know, Todd, you said you couldn't make it. That was going to be a pretty busy day for you.
Yeah.
But it's going to be awesome, y'all, and awesome. All right, everybody. So me and Taj got some work to do. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and please share this file. What's up, Dr. Barmadella Bello? What's up? He's tuning in, and see a few people. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see everybody right now. I think I see Shay. What's up, Shay? How you doing? All right. So we just appreciate you guys tuning in and sharing this file. We just here to talk about Taj and his Again, Taj, tell people where they can find your book so they can support you.
Again, the title of the book is called I Think I Hate My Mom, with a question mark, subtitle, The Growth of a Mama's Boy. And you can find it on my website, www.tajalexandher.com. That's right. TAJALEXANDHER.com.
Amen, amen. Let me see who else is tuning in. Oh, we got a somebody call himself P the Politician is in there.
Yes.
You know that person?
I do. He is a host just like yourself. And
all right.
Shout out to Peter Politician.
Peter
Good man.
Politician. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Yeah, a couple people tuning in I don't recognize. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. And, come on out and join us. We pretty much broadcast pretty much every night with our podcast from all over this great nation. That's right, the USA. Our people, that's right, our people doing that thing right now, y'all, right here on Positive Power. And don't forget, y'all, come on Tuesday. If you're looking for a fantastic Bible study, Dr. Paul Kelly, he just got accredited at Bible College, my bad. It was a Bible school, but now it's a Bible college called PTI, Pastor's Time International Bible Teaching. It's going to be right here on Positive Power. His website is up. We're still waiting to load some courses, so you'll be able to enroll in bachelor's program. And if you're interested in a graduate program, we will be affiliated with the Minnesota School of Seminaries or Theology, and which is they rate their programs from the Harvard School. So it's an awesome program. So we're excited for Dr. Kelly and his board member, his advisory board that he just put together, including people like Dr. Trinell Stewart, Paula G, Dr. Bobby Jones is a part of the advisory board, and yours truly, Batman himself, is part of the advisory board. And also, I'm also his IT vision technician. I manage visual specialist. I'm sorry, IT visual specialist. I manage that website for him. So we're so excited, y'all. It's a lot of great things happening. We also have a great showcase about to come up too, y'all. That's going to be shot in Baltimore. Look out for that coming through You First Management. So you can go out to Dr. Trinell's page, Dr. Trinell Stewart. She's actually helping us promote the new star, not a star search, but it's going to be more of a showcase where you guys have an opportunity to display your super duper talents to the world. And that project is called Gospel Star. So if you're a gospel star, we welcome you to come on out. There's going to be 24 slots available for each broadcast, and we'll make sure everybody gets on the air. Okay? So we're talking about 30-minute broadcasts, and hey, Music Vision Television, everybody. You gotta love it. All right. Don't forget on Sundays, we also be promoting the services of Dr. Marvin Smith is out there, and also Abundant Community Church from Florida, Palaca, Florida. We air them on Sundays, and you can catch Paul Kelly, Dr. Paul Kelly as well. And Dr. Lawson Blow, Break It Down Blow. So you can find their broadcast. We also have talk shows. Tammy Tubbs, we want to thank Tammy Tubbs for her talk shows, and Dr. Renee Sunday. So we got a lot going on here, Positive Power, y'all. We got talk shows going. You got My Journey with Paula G. That's going to be airing on Music Vision as well as Atlanta television station. So look, y'all, we got to get out of here. We got some work to do so we can get Taj back across that Bay Bridge before the weather gets bad. All right. So thank you, everybody. Share this file and have Taj. You got anything else you want to say before we close out the show, man?
Yes, everybody. I just want to let everybody know. Listen, being prepared eliminates fear, and being aware makes everything clear. Before we head out of here, I just want y'all to hear.
Amen. All right. Yeah, remember you laid that down to us on Next Man Up with Dr. Paul Kelly. He liked that. That's awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you again for joining us on Positive Power, XXI Christian Media, Music Vision Television. Go out to Positive Power 21.org, find out exactly all the stuff that's going on, or visit my Facebook page at Jerry Woods Live. Take care, everybody. I'm Jerry Woods Live Worldwide, a.k.a. the Batman of Charm City. Peace, y'all.
You're listening to Jerry Woods Live Worldwide Podcast. Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of XXI.
Power 20.